Please be seated. Good morning. This is the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for June 4th, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearings will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount required. I will not read all the release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on your case. You are all here today on criminal matters. That means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. There may be victims watching the live stream, so I will read the victim's rights advisement, and then we'll begin with your hearing. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now begin your hearings, and I'll call you in one at a time. When it is your turn, please come to the podium in the center of the room and speak into the microphone. I will call a second person's name to have a seat in those chairs right there by the door so we can move quickly. Do not enter the hearing room unless your name has been called to enter. I may need to pause the hearing from time to time to handle warrants. Just remain seated in those chairs right there outside the door. I will provide you with paperwork, and this paperwork has all the information I'm about to share with you. So it has your attorney's phone number, the date, time, location of your next hearing, and those release conditions that you need to review if you're eligible. We'll begin today with Mr. Domingo Brown. Please come to the podium. And then after that will be Jason Klein. Please have a seat right there by the door. Good morning, sir. Please say your name and date of birth.
Domingo Gomez Brown, 8977.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. In the new case, it was alleged you committed 5 counts of having dangerous drugs in your possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony. Also, 6 counts of dangerous drugs in your possession, 1 count possessing a weapon by a prohibited person, 1 count possessing a weapon in a drug offense. Those are all Class 4 felonies. 5 counts using electronic communication devices in a drug transaction, also a Class 4 felony, and then 1 count having drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release under Arizona law. It is a $50,000 secured appearance bond. And then you have your regular terms and conditions of being on probation. So your other matter here today, sir, is a probation violation. Anytime there's new alleged criminal activity, you do get a term 1 violation. An attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. This carries a $500 bond. So if you are able to post your bond, call your probation officer and go to both your hearings for your new case and your probation case. Please take your paperwork, sir. Jason Klein, please come to the podium. Pedro Vargas, have a seat by the door, please. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jason Klein, 12/17/1984.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging that you had dangerous drugs in your possession for sale. An attorney has been appointed to assist you in your next hearing in downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under Arizona law. It will be a cash-only appearance bond of $50,000, and it would have pretrial services as your supervision agent. So you need to call them within 72 hours if you're able to post bond. If you're not able to post the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pedro Vargas, please come to the podium. Richard Johns, have a seat by the door, please. Mr. Vargas, go ahead and come on in. And then Mr. Johns, have a seat by the door. Thank you. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Pedro Vargas, 4494.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. It is alleging you had narcotic drugs in your possession for sale as a Class 2 felony, also dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony. Also alleging possessing a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony, using a weapon in a drug offense, Class 4 felony, and then taking the identity of another, Class 4 felony. So this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on your new case on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning, and you have a cash-only appearance bond of $50,000. You also have a probation matter here, sir. It looks like you had a probation warrant out alleging terms 3 and 5. So an attorney has been appointed, and your next hearing is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix for your probation case. So if you're able to post your bonds, make sure you call your probation officer within 72 hours, follow your terms of probation, and go to your 2 hearings. If you cannot post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to those 2 hearings. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Richard Johns, please come to the podium. And then Jeffrey Gilliard, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Christopher Johns, 2/23/1966.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging aggravated assault, which is a Class 3 felony. Also having narcotic drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is a $25,000 secured appearance bond with pretrial supervision. If you are able to post that, make sure you don't go back to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You're not to have any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not leave the state. If you cannot post the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Jeffrey Gilliard, please come to the podium. And then Jermaine Brooks, have a seat by the door, please. That's Jermaine Brooks. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jeffrey Gilliard, 11/21/1997.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging aggravated assault, violating an order of protection, which is a Class 6 felony, violating the order of a court as a Class 6 felony. They also alleged theft or control of property. This court did not find probable cause on that, but did on the last allegation, which was disobeying a mandate of the court as a misdemeanor. So this court did find probable cause on 3 out of the 4 allegations. So an attorney has been appointed for you.
Okay.
Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release. It is under a secured appearance bond of $15,000. You do have release conditions. Yes, it's secured, so you can use a bonding company. If you're able to post your bond, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Do not possess any weapons, and that includes stimulated weapons like BB guns or other things.
Right.
Also, do not leave the state. And then if you can't post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. But those no victim contact orders, they still apply whether you're in custody or out of
I
custody.
understand that. I have one question.
Sure.
I don't understand the aggravated assault. I'm not understanding that.
So that is a good question to ask your attorney. It's because you had an order of protection already out? Already served on you, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
But she told me she dropped that, and it's all mind-boggling. Everything
Okay,
is.
so like I said, very good questions for your attorneys to explain the allegations to you. But this court did find probable cause on 3 of the 4. The state may still bring evidence about the theft, but I didn't see it in the Form 4. So yeah, that's why I said no PC on that. But you can talk to your attorney. Their phone number's on your paperwork.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Dang.
Jermaine Brooks, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Marcus Lewis. Have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jermaine Brooks, March 30th, 75.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging aggravated assault against a first responder, which is a Class 3 felony, resisting arrest with physical force, which is a Class 6 felony, and then disorderly conduct or threatening and intimidation are alleged as misdemeanors. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th, 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is under a secured appearance bond of $10,000 with electronic monitoring. If you're able to post the bond, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Do not leave the state. If you're not able to post the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. And sir, those no victim contact orders apply whether you are in or out of custody.
Quick question. So I was told maybe this is my first time coming here that I could probably get OR.
No, sir, not on these allegations. You have pretty serious allegations of assault, aggravated assault, and so you are going to have a bond.
Oh, okay.
Okay, please take your paperwork, sir. Marcus Lewis, please come to the podium. Mario Enos, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Marcus J. Lewis, 9/14/68.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on 3 matters. The first one is a failure to appear warrant, and this was issued for a matter back from September of 2025. You have an attorney already on that case, so now you have a new hearing date on June 11th. Your next hearing does have when you fail to appear, a bond was set at $5,000. Your next matter, sir, is again a failure to appear. So an attorney has already been appointed, and your next hearing is June 11th, 8:30 in the morning. It's another $5,000 warrant. And the last one is you had a justice court warrant out of Moon Valley Justice Court. And so because I saw the hearing dates, I did set a $50 bond as a placeholder to make sure you get transported over to Moon Valley, because that hearing is on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning. So if you're still in custody on those $10,000 bonds, that $50 will make sure the sheriff transport you out to Moon Valley, and you'll be able to attend that hearing. If you're able to post all your bonds, make sure you go on June 9th and June 10th. And that way you don't get more failures to appear. All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Mario Enos, please come to the podium. And then Michael Flores, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
And it's January 17th, 1991.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because of a grand jury warrant alleging that you discharged a firearm within the city limits, and that's a Class 6 felony. The grand jury found probable cause. This court is appointing an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is a not guilty arraignment on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. Your bond was set at $7,500 secured by the grand jury. So you can use a bond company to post that.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're able to post it, make sure you go to your hearing or they'll issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Michael Flores, please come to the podium. James Fry, have a seat by the door, please. Okay. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Please say your name and date of birth. Please say your name
Michael Flores,
and your date of birth.
7162.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It's alleged you had committed aggravated driving under the influence, the wrong direction is a Class 4 felony, with a suspended license, Class 4 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony, having drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, reckless driving, and then leaving an accident, alleged as misdemeanors. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You're eligible for release under a $5,000 secured appearance bond, and you would have drug and alcohol testing. If you post your bond, comply with that drug and alcohol testing, and go to your next hearing. If you cannot post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Your attorney's phone number is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork, sir. Okay. And we're going to need to pause for just one moment while I handle a warrant. Okay. We can resume. Mr. James Fry, please come to the podium, and then Robert Townsend, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
James Fry, 8594.
Thank you, sir. You're here because you failed to go to your comprehensive pretrial conference in March. So you have an attorney already in your case.
Okay.
Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. And you do have a $2,000 cash only bond. If you're able to post it, you have the same release conditions as before. And then just make sure you go to your hearing.
May I speak?
Yes.
May I ask, I didn't know that I had this. I changed my address and I didn't know I had it. I would ask to be released to pretrial services. I will check in with them daily. I don't have a record. I'm a man with a job. I have people that depend on me, and I need to be able to do that for them. Would you reconsider?
I will, but you'll have to wait till the very end, and then I'll look through your record again.
Thank you, ma'am.
But you do have to wait till the very end
Of this
hearing.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, just have a seat for just a moment. So he might not have that paperwork. Okay. All right. Mr. Robert Townsend, please come to the podium. And then Tatiana O'Neill, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Robert Townsend, 9579.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a municipal court warrant alleging, and it's a domestic violence case alleging assault and disorderly conduct as misdemeanors. An attorney will be appointed for you at your next hearing, and that's at Peoria Municipal Court on June 9th at 9 in the morning. Your warrant does carry a $1,000 secured appearance bond, and you do have release conditions. They do include you're not to have any physical contact with the alleged victim, and you must obey any order of protection. Were you able to hear me, sir?
Yes.
We can wait for just a moment.
Yeah. It was about the physical or whatever. It's where I didn't hear something. Stay away, just stay away from that person.
Yes.
But the person, I own the house and he's renting a room from me.
Right. So that's why I did not include that you couldn't return.
Yeah.
You can return, but
Okay.
you can't have any physical contact with the alleged victim.
Right,
If they get an order of protection against you and it's served on you, then you would need to comply with that court order. But as of right now, I don't see that that's happened.
but it's my house though.
Right. Under the domestic violence laws in Arizona, who owns or rents the residence is actually not one of the things that is considered.
Oh.
It's who's the defendant and who is the victim.
I'm actually the victim because he got
Well-
charged up as well. He got charged
So
for it.
let's not talk about the merits of your case. That is for the next judge or for
Oh.
your attorney to discuss.
Okay.
I did read the law enforcement report. It did look mutual. I looked to see if he was a co-defendant or on my docket at all, which I did not see. So I'm not sure what's going on with his case today, but I can tell you, I did not order that you can't go back. I just ordered you can't have any physical contact with him.
Right.
Hopefully, whichever judge sees him will give him the same orders, but I don't have them on my docket today.
Okay.
Okay.
I know that we were both taken off into custody though, so that's what.
Right,
So
right. So you can return home if you're able to post your bond.
I don't know anybody in Arizona.
It's a secured appearance bond. You may use a bonding company. The phone numbers are all listed out there and they'll explain to you the process.
What was my bond?
1,000.
1,000.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Tatiana O'Neill, please come to the podium. Robbie Welsh, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Tatiana O'Neill, 2/12/97.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on a probation violation warrant alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5. An attorney has been appointed for you and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You have your regular terms and conditions of probation, and you actually have 2 warrants. One of them, you only had been reinstated, it looks like, none. You had never been reinstated before, but the other one that you're on probation for, you have 4 reinstatements. So on the one where you had no reinstatements, it's a $50 bond, but on the other one, it's a $750. So altogether, it is $800 secured appearance bond for your 2 warrants. If you're able to post it, call your probation officer, follow your terms of probation, and go to your hearing on June 10th. You will have an attorney and their phone number is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Robbie Welsh, please come to the podium. And then Bradley Watkins, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Robbie Welsh, August 11, 2002.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a justice court warrant. It is an initial arrest warrant alleging shoplifting as a misdemeanor. You will have an attorney appointed for you at your next hearing at Santan Justice Court on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning, and your bond is set at $680.
All right.
If you're able to post it, make sure you go to your hearing. Do not go back to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainant. All right, please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Bradley Watkins, please come to the podium. Timothy Haas, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Bradley Walker, 9/11/87.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because you failed to go to your probation non-witness violation hearing back in September of last year. So an attorney's already been appointed for you. Your next hearing date is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix, probation court. You do have a $500 bond. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. If you're not, then you'll stay in custody and be transported to that hearing.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Timothy Haas, please come to the podium, and then Alexander Rubin, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Timothy Haas, 12/12/74.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 matters. The first one is that you failed to go to your status conference in 2026. So on that case, you have an attorney already, and your next hearing is June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. They issued a warrant for you. It's a $250 bond. Your other matter here today, sir, is a violation of probation when you didn't go to your non-witness violation hearing. And that was that's also from 2026. So again, you have an attorney appointed. Your next hearing is June 10th. Your bond on this is only $100. So altogether, that is $350. If you're able to post your bond, $350, call your probation officer and go to your hearing. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll get transported.
Okay.
All right. Please take your paperwork, sir. Alexander Rubin, please come to the podium. Jesse Brown, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alexander Rubin, 9594, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging aggravated driving under the influence as a Class 4 felony and then driving without a valid license as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released under pretrial services with random illegal drug and alcohol testing weekly. Make sure in a few hours when you're released, you call pretrial services to check in and find out how they want to set that up so you can take advantage of it and prove to the next court that you may remain sober.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Jesse Brown, please come to the podium. Sophia Guzman, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
March 15th, 2001, Jesse Joe Graydon Brown.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony, and then drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is June 18th at 8:30 in the morning, and you are going to be released today on your promise to go to the hearing and follow the release condition. Those release conditions do include you're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, and that does include marijuana, THC, and CBD products. All right, please take your paperwork in just a moment. There you go, he's got it for you. Thank you, sir. Sophia Guzman, please come to the podium. Brandon Brenneman, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Sophia Guzman, January 18, 1978.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new justice court case alleging criminal damage, driving under the influence, and not stopping or failing to obey the police. These are all being alleged as misdemeanors. So an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is at the San Tan Justice Court. That will be on June 23rd at 9 in the morning. You are going to be released today under your promise to go to the hearing and follow the court's orders that you not have any drugs without a valid prescription or possess or consume any alcohol between now and your next court date. All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. Mark Maya, please come to the podium. And then we'll need to take a pause. Mark Maya, he's on his way. Did I skip someone? I did skip someone. Okay, I'll be right back to you, sir. Please say your name and date of birth.
Good morning, ma'am. My name's Mark Maya, 6/4/1980.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It was alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony. Also, that you are alleged of animal mistreatment, which is a Class 5 felony. I understand what happened, sir. So there is probable cause, and an attorney is appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 18th. It's at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today on your promise to go to the hearing and follow the release conditions. Between now and your next hearing date, make sure that you do not possess, reside with, or have any contact with animals. Also, no drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand, sir? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you go to your next hearing. You do have an attorney. So if you have questions about this, you can ask your attorney and the next judge. Okay?
Okay. I do have, this was such a messed up situation.
So we're not going to talk about the merits of your case.
I do have my wife's dog that I bought her for Valentine's Day.
So you cannot possess an animal right now.
Okay.
So you'll need to find a different accommodation.
Okay.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, sir. All right, and Mr. Brenneman, I apologize. I accidentally skipped over you. Please do come to the podium. Please say your name and date of birth.
Brandon Brenneman, 6/29/76.
Thank you, sir. You're here because of a justice court warrant. It's a failure to appear warrant, but this is the first time you've come through the initial appearance for this matter.
I was in.
So
Sorry.
you're not going to have an attorney appointed because of the way it's alleged as a misdemeanor, driving without a license.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have a hearing at Desert Ridge Justice Court, June 22nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. You are going to be released on your promise to go to the hearing. I've included their phone number for you on your paperwork too, though, because the warrant is still outstanding. So even though you're going to be released in a few hours, You need to get your warrant resolved. You might want to call them, set up an earlier hearing date, or go to that hearing date and make sure you get it resolved. If you have any law enforcement contact between now and then, they'll see this as an outstanding warrant. So I'm just letting you know it is still outstanding, okay?
That sucks.
But I didn't want you to leave this building uninformed. So take care of your warrant. All right, please take your paperwork, sir. We're going to pause for just one moment to handle warrants. And then after that, we'll have Humberto Perez Molina.
Thank you very much.
All right, please say your name and your date of birth.
James Palmer Fry, 8594.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I did go back and look in the docket, and I noted that you did not have any other failures to appear.
No, ma'am.
You have a very limited criminal history, which
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate. And so I am going to go ahead and release you under pretrial services supervision.
Thank you, ma'am.
So your next hearing date is still June 11th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix.
That's a week from, that's next Thursday?
It is. You
Okay.
still have the same attorney, so contact them and find out what's going on.
This is information in there?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Okay.
I think it's,
But last time this happened, I was not stable in life. My phone bill was constantly off. I wasn't able to pay rent. I'm a lot more stable, and there are people that count on me. I really appreciate it, ma'am. Thank you.
okay. And I don't think that they have the attorney's information right there on that order,
I never got it either.
but we have I think we have like a yellow sheet that has all the different attorneys on it, don't we? That says like public defender and all those phone numbers.
What kind of Google, ma'am?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
looking. All right. So I'm just gonna, it looks to me like you have Matthew Schwartzstein as your attorney.
Okay, good. I'm good? Okay. Is that on here? Is this contact info?
It is not. So it's Schwartzstein. Blackstone in German, Schwartzstein.
Can I ask you to write that down for me? Thank you, sir.
Can you spell that for me, ma'am?
SCHWARTZSTEIN. So you should be able to find him with that name.
Thank you so much.
There should only be one, I hope. Okay. All right. Thank you, officers, for your assistance. We'll go ahead with Mr. Humberto. Okay. And I think we have a Spanish translator, so one moment.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning, this is Commissioner Gentry. Is this the Spanish language translator?
Buenos días.
Oh, they disconnected. Okay. Un momento, por favor.
Okay.
Good morning, this is Commissioner Gentry. Is this the Spanish language interpreter?
Yes, correct. I am the Spanish interpreter.
Thank you. Before we begin, I need to ask if you will swear or affirm that you will directly translate my words from English to Spanish and the defendant's words from Spanish to English exactly as we say them.
Yes, correct.
Thank you. We'll begin. Please say your name and date of birth.
Humberto Pérez Molina. Okay. Sorry.
Voy a empezar. Empecemos. Por favor, diga su nombre y fecha de nacimiento.
Humberto Pérez Molina, 06-22-1975.
Humberto Perez Molina, date of birth, June 22nd of 1976.
75.
Thank you. You are here today on a grand jury warrant.
Muchas gracias. Usted se encuentra el día de hoy en una garantía de juez.
It is alleged that in 2023, you may have committed one count of conspiracy to sell narcotic drugs, which is a Class 2 felony.
Se le acusa de que en el año de 2023 usted cometió un delito de conspiración en la venta de sustancias narcóticas, lo que se cataloga como la clase 2 de delito.
Okay. Also, that you had narcotic drugs in your possession for transportation and narcotic drugs in your possession for sale. Those are also Class 2 felonies.
También que tenía sustancias narcóticas, drogas en su posesión para el transporte de drogas y narcóticos para la venta, que también se catalogan en la clase 2, tipo 2 de delitos.
And that you may have committed illegally conducting an enterprise, that's a Class 3 felony, and money laundering, also a Class 3 felony.
y también que usted pudo haber cometido una conducta ilegal de empresa que se cataloga en la clase 3 de delito por lavado de dinero, que también se cataloga en delito 3.
And the last allegation is that you had a weapon in a drug offense, which is a class 4 felony.
La última acusación es que usted tenía en su posesión un arma y también que tiene que ver con temas de drogas que se cataloga en clase 4 de delito.
So the grand jury found probable cause, and this court is appointing an attorney to assist you.
Es por eso que en este jurado se encontró probable la causa y la corte le va a estar asignando un abogado para que pueda asistirlo.
Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Su próxima audiencia va a ser en el centro de Phoenix el día 11 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Your bond is set at cash only $100,000 with electronic monitoring.
Su fianza se va a realizar únicamente en efectivo de 100,000 a través de un monitoreo electrónico.
All of this information is on your paperwork, including your attorney's phone number.
Toda esta información se encuentra en los papeles, incluyendo el número telefónico de su abogado.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Por favor, tome sus papeles.
Okay. For our translator, thank you so much for your service to the court. That was our only Spanish language defendant. We wish you a good day.
Okay, you're very welcome. Thank you for calling. This is Catalina, interpreter ID 65429. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Okay. Mr. Brent LeBron, please come to the podium. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Brent LeBran, 4/23/1965.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged you committed one count of sexual abuse, which is a class 5 felony. Also, one count indecent exposure, one count public sexual indecency, and one count assault, and those are all alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause on these allegations. You're going to have an attorney appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is June 18th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. You are going to be released under pretrial services with an electronic monitor. So that means when you are released in a few hours, you need to let pretrial services know about any work commitments or obligations that you have so they can program that in. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, and that does include marijuana, THC, and CBD products. And then you do need to stay in the state of Arizona. If you do not go to your next hearing or if you fail to comply with the electronic monitoring requirements, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. All right, please take your paperwork, sir. We do have 2 house calls today. The first individual is refusing to follow orders, and that is Mr. Mark M. Morley, date of birth 9/25/68, with a new case alleging robbery, which is a class 4 felony. This court did review the victim impact statement, as well as the law enforcement report and the state's recommendations. And so an attorney has been, probable cause is found, and an attorney has been appointed. The next hearing is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix, and they have a $50,000 secured appearance bond with release conditions. He's not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. He's not to have any weapons, including simulated weapons. Not to leave the state of Arizona. The other individual is Trevor King, and he's unable to function, date of birth 5/10/87. Also a new case. This one's alleging criminal trespass in a residential yard as a class 5 felony, violating a court order and disorderly conduct and fighting as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist him. His next hearing is June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. He has a $5,000 secured appearance bond with electronic monitoring and release conditions. the most important of which is the no contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. He has a civil standby order because he's not allowed to reside at the same location. He is also not to possess any weapons, even simulated ones, and must obey any order of protection that has been served upon him. It is not my intention to return to this recording. If there are any changes, they will be reflected in the written orders. At this time, the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar is in recess until 5 a.m.
I'm missing Goodwin.
Goodwin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 7 and 8 on the docket.
Daniel Bond.
Then Don.
Yeah. It's one of the releases.
All right. Remove your hand in the courtroom. Please be seated. Good morning. This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for June 4th, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount required. I will not read all the release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on a case. You're all here today on criminal matters. That means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded and it is also being broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. There may be victims watching the live feed, so I will read the victim rights advisement and then we'll begin with your hearing. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law, that among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll begin with your hearings, and I'll call you in one at a time. When it's your turn, please come stand at the podium in the center of the room and speak in the microphone. I will call a second person's name to have a seat in those chairs right there by the door so that we can move quickly. Once in a while, I may need to pause the hearings to handle warrants. So please do not enter the hearing room unless your name has been called. Just remain seated in those chairs by the door. At the end of your hearing, you'll be provided paperwork that has all the information that I've just given you, as well as those important release conditions for you to review. Hold on to this paperwork. It does have the address, date, time, location of your next hearing, and your attorney's phone number on it too. We'll begin today with Johnny Cardenas. Please come to the podium. And then Zachary Jimenez. Have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Johnny Cardenas, 12/23/71.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. In the new case, it's alleged you committed aggravated assault, which is a Class 3 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is a $100,000 secured appearance bond with electronic monitoring device. If you're able to post that bond, you do have release conditions that include no victim contact, as well as following or obeying any order of protection that might be served on you. Your other matter here today is a justice court warrant alleging criminal trespass as a misdemeanor. A $250 bond is set on that warrant, so an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is at West Mesa Justice Court on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning. If you're able to post all your bonds, make sure you go to both hearings. If not, you'll stay in custody. The information is on your paperwork. Go ahead and take your paperwork, sir. Thank you, sir. Zachary Jimenez, please come to the podium. Jason Carter, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Zachary 1020. Oh wait, my last name too?
Yes.
Zachary Jimenez, 10/23/2007.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging armed robbery with a deadly weapon. That is a Class 2 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release, but it is a $50,000 secured appearance bond with electronic monitoring. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you let pretrial services know about any work commitments or obligations that you have. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, complainants, or co-defendants in this case. Sir, you're not to possess any weapons, even simulated weapons, or possess or consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. If you can't post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing, but those no victim contact order and the no co-defendant contact order remain in place whether you're in or out of custody. Okay? So just obey those orders, all right? Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Jason Carter, please come to the podium. Jasmine Castillo, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jason Carter, April 22nd, 1981.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on an arrest warrant. It's alleged that in April of this year, you may have committed aggravated harassment as a Class 5 felony, and then aggravated harassment in violation of a protection order as a Class 6 felony. So the state has now brought charges against you. This court is appointing an attorney to assist you, and your next hearing is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You have a $25,000 secured appearance bond based on the allegations. If you're able to post the bond, you do have strict release conditions that do include you must comply with any court order, such as an order of protection. You do have a probation case, it looks like, and so if you were to be released, make sure you call your probation officer, follow your terms and conditions of probation, and go to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork.
Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
You may.
I was just at probation court yesterday morning, and they said I was not eligible for bond. Is that now different?
If that's the case, this is a new matter
Okay,
that they arrested
okay.
you on, so don't pay the bond if they've told you you're not
Okay.
eligible.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Jasmine Castillo, please come to the podium. Marlon McCrae, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jasmine Castillo, 10/31/04.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It's alleged you violated terms 3, 4, and 5. However, there's been no reinstatements, but your whereabouts were unknown since April. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. You have a $250 bond on your first matter. You do have another one where you do have a reinstatement that has a $500 bond. And then you have a third one. And on this one, this is a new case alleging that you had narcotic drugs in your possession. So this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is also June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. This does carry a $1,250 bond, so altogether it's $2,000. If you're able to post your $2,000 secured appearance bond, call your probation officer and go to both your hearings for your new case and your probation cases. If you're not able to post your bonds, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearings. Please take your paperwork. Thank you. Marlon McCrae, please come to the podium. Carlos Hawk, have a seat by the door, please.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Marlon Eugene McCrae, January 17, 1997.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case.
Yes.
It is alleged that you may have had dangerous drugs in your possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony. Also, narcotic drugs in your possession for sale is a Class 2 felony. It's alleged that you had a weapon and you're prohibited from having one. That's a Class 4 felony. That you had a weapon in a drug offense, Class 4 felony, and that you had drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is under a $15,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post that bond, you'll have electronic monitoring.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're able to post your bond, make sure you comply with your release conditions and go to your next hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please take your paperwork.
I have one question. To do the bond, I'm supposed to be calling my like a bondsman or a lawyer?
You can. So
Okay.
they have phone numbers for bonding companies
Yes, ma'am.
in the detention facility.
Yes,
You can use one of them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah. Please take your paperwork.
Have a good one.
Carlos Hawk, please come to the podium. And then Carlos Goodwin, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Carlos Hawk, 9/26/1971.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation warrant alleging that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. It appears you've been reinstated 3 times and that your whereabouts were unknown since last November. So an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have a $750 bond.
Okay.
If you're able to post it, call your probation officer and go to your hearing. Follow your terms of probation.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Carlos Goodwin, please come to the podium, and then Joseph Castro, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Carlos Goodwin, 6/14/78.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 matters. They're both probation violation warrants. They allege that you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15. On one of them, you've been reinstated 3 times. On the other one, you have not been reinstated. So they each carry a bond. For both of them, you have attorneys appointed. Your next hearing is June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. One of them has a $250. The other one is $400. So that's $650 total. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you call your probation officer and go to your hearing. All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Joseph Castro, please come to the podium. Andres Beza, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Joseph Castro, 02/03/1995.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 matters. The first one is a new case. In your new case, it's alleged you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. Your new case carries a $500 bond. Your other matter is your probation violation. So this new alleged criminal activity does cause a term 1 violation on probation. So you have an attorney appointed, and your next hearing is on the same day, June 10th. It's in a different courtroom though. Probation is downstairs. The new cases are upstairs. This has a $50 placeholder bond. The reason why that is in case you can't pay the other one, you'll get transported to both hearings. If you do post your bond, sir, call your probation officer and go to both hearings on the 10th. If you cannot, then you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Andres Beza, please come to the podium. Marina Duenas, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name.
My name is Andres Baeza Venegas,
Okay, and your date of birth.
April 30th, 1990.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
You are here today on 2 matters. They're both probation violation warrants. It's alleged you violated terms 3, 4, and 5, and that your whereabouts have been unknown since April 1st. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you in both cases. Your next hearing is June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. On one of your cases, you have a $100 bond. The other one, you have a $250 bond. So that's $350 total. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you call your probation officer, go to your hearing, and follow your terms of probation. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you.
I have court June 10th.
June 10th. Yes, sir. Let's see. Marina Duenas, please come to the podium. Danielle Dawn, or Daniel Dawn, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Marina Diana Duenas, August 18th, 1995.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a justice court warrant. It is alleging it's a pre-adjudication failure to appear warrant on the allegations of shoplifting, removal, and concealment, both misdemeanors. So there is bond set, so an attorney has been appointed. If you're able to post your bond, You can hire an attorney or represent yourself. Your bond is set at $250. Your next hearing is at the West Mesa Justice Court on June 9th at 8:30 in the morning. So if you're able to post your bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. If not, then you'll be transported there. All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Daniel Dawn, please come to the podium. George Bennett, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Daniel, excuse me, Daniel Don, 62382.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new matter. It's alleging child abuse, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under pretrial services. So what that means, in a few hours when you are released, you'll want to give them a call. And then also you have the order that you must comply with all directives of the Arizona Department of Child Safety or Services Safety. They said that they already implemented a safety plan that you have agreed to. And so these orders may seem a little redundant, but they are just reinforcing if an order of protection is served on you, make sure you comply with that as well. All right, please take your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
George Bennett, please come to the podium. Brett Pierce, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
George Aaron Bennett,
And your birthday, sir?
January 29th, 1960.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged you had dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony.
I can't hardly understand what you're saying.
Okay, one moment.
Okay, thank you.
Do you need to talk so you can hear? Okay. Okay, sir, can you hear me better now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, good. Please say your name and date of birth.
George Aaron Bennett, January 29th, 1960.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning. You will be released in a few hours under pretrial services supervision. So once you are released, make sure you give them a call and stay in contact with them until you go to your next hearing date on the 18th. All this information, including your attorney's phone number, is on your paperwork and that pretrial services phone number. Make sure you call them after you are released.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Oh,
Almost. Okay.
okay.
Right there. Brett Pierce, please come to the podium. And then Julio Cabrera Leon, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Brett Pierce, 2/22/1987.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today on your promise to go out to that hearing. Make sure you do, or they may issue a warrant for your arrest. The information is all on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork. Un momento, por favor.
Okay.
Espera por la translator.
Okay. Thank you.
Assistance to the victims of crime.
Okay. This is Commissioner Gentry at the initial appearance hearing. Is this the Spanish language translator?
Yeah, this is the translator, the interpreter.
Thank you. I need to ask before we begin if you will swear or affirm that you will directly translate my words from English to Spanish and the defendant's words from Spanish to English exactly as we say them or to the best of your ability.
Yes, of course, I swear.
Okay, thank you. We will begin. You are here today on a criminal matter.
Usted está aquí hoy por un asunto penal.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you.
Usted tiene el derecho a guardar silencio. Todo lo que diga o haga puede ser usado en su contra.
This hearing is being recorded and it is also being broadcast live.
Esta audiencia está siendo grabada y también se está transmitiendo en directo.
All of the information I'm about to give you will be written out on your paperwork.
Toda la información que estoy a punto de darte estará escrita en tu documentación.
Please wait for the translator to finish speaking before you speak.
Por favor, espera que la persona intérprete termine de interpretar para antes de que usted empiece a hablar.
Please say your name and your date of birth.
Por favor, dígame su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Julio Cabrera, November 18, 1984.
Do you not need a Spanish translator?
Yes, Your Honor, because a lot of things I don't.
No necesito.
Oh,
Okay.
I understand.
All right. We'll pause for just a moment, and I'm going to give the instruction. I will speak in English. We will use the translator. You will need to answer in Spanish.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll continue. For the translator, could you please, we'll start here. Please say your name and date of birth.
Julio Cabrera, November 18, 1984.
Okay. All right, we'll continue from here. Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case.
¿Usted está aquí, señor, por un caso nuevo?
It is alleged that you committed theft, which is a Class 2 felony.
Se alega que usted cometió robo, que es un delito grave de clase 2.
An attorney has been appointed to assist you.
Se ha designado una persona abogada para que le ayude.
And you have a hearing date downtown Phoenix on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning.
Y se tiene una fecha de audiencia en el centro de Phoenix el 18 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You will be released today on your promise to go to the hearing and follow your release conditions.
A usted se le va a dejar ir hoy sobre la promesa incumplimiento de su promesa de asistir a la audiencia y cumplir con las condiciones de su libertad condicional, deberá cumplir con las condiciones establecidas.
If you fail to attend your hearing, they will issue a warrant for your arrest that does carry a bond.
Si usted no comparece a su audiencia, se emitirá una orden de arresto en su contra con derecho a fianza.
Okay. We need to reprint your paperwork, so please have a seat and we'll get you the paperwork.
Thank you.
Tiene que reimprimir sus documentos, así que por favor toma asiento y te los daremos.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Spanish translator. We needed your assistance and we appreciate you being here. That was our only Spanish language defendant.
Okay. Perfect. So, should I disconnect from the call right now?
Yes. Have a great day. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good one.
I'm going to pause for just a minute to do a DUI warrant and then I'll read in the house calls.
I think nothing changed.
Brenda, but we've got 10 victims. Thanks. Okay. So we have two individuals that we will see as house calls. The first one is Carlos Lega. He is Nazwa, date of birth 8/14/1990. He is here on a probation violation warrant alleging terms 3 and 5. An attorney has been appointed and his next hearing is June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. He does have a $250 bond and the standard conditions of probation. The other individual is Benson Trong, date of birth 4/15/1986, also Nazwa. He's here on two cases. The first one is a justice court case alleging disobeying a mandate or order of the court. There was a protective order served on him, which he did violate. And so this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney. His next hearing is at Hacienda Justice Court, June 24th at 9 a.m. He is going to be released to the supervision of his probation officer because he is on probation, but he does have a few more restrictions and conditions that include to obey the terms of the protection order, not to possess any weapons or possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. His second matter here today is his probation violation. So on this second matter, it is a term 1 allegation of his probation. So an attorney is appointed. His next hearing is June 10th, downtown Phoenix, 8:30 in the morning. And again, he's being released to the supervision of his probation officer. So he'll need to contact him within 72 hours and follow his terms and conditions. It is not my intention to return to this recording. If there are any changes, they'll be reflected in the written orders. At this time, the 5 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar stands in recess until 8 a.m.
Good morning. This is the time set for the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar on June 4th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I will call you each one at a time to the podium. I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I will let you know what you are here for, if I have appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. We will also go over the victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes the decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. If we could start with Jose Mendoza to the podium and Michael Gutierrez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
José Joaquín Velázquez Mendoza.
José Joaquín Velázquez Mendoza.
And can I get your date of birth?
El 28 de junio del 2004. 24.
June 28th of 2004. 24.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. Sir, you don't need to sign right now.
No. Ya firmé.
Can you just stand at the podium until we're done discussing this, okay? Sir, you don't need to use the pen right now, okay? I am finding probable cause and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have 2 hearings coming up. You're going to have a status conference June 18th at 8:30 in the morning and a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30 in the morning. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at these hearings. You do have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. You may not possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. You must attend all of your future hearings. If you fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest, and then you will be held on bond at your next hearing. This will all be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
No.
If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. And Mr. Interpreter, do you mind making a general call to the gallery?
I don't mind, Your Honor. Buenos días, soy el intérprete judicial. Si está detenido en esta audiencia y necesita asistencia en español, por favor levante su mano.
All right, no hands. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Feel free to disconnect at your convenience.
Thank you.
Can I have Michael Gutierrez to the podium and Antonio Perez to the chair? Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Michael Gutierrez, 7/9 of 80.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. You are here for 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony, 1 count of theft by obtaining service without paying, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You have 3 hearings coming up in the downtown Superior Court. You have a status conference June 10th at 8:30, an evidentiary hearing June 11th at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30. Because you were out on felony release in a different case at the time of this alleged offense, you're not eligible for bond today. The time set to determine if bond will be set on your new charges is your evidentiary hearing scheduled for June 11th at 1:30. So that means you will remain in custody until at least that hearing. This will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, I was in process of getting help. I need to get help, you know. That's my whole thing. I need to get in somewhere. You know, I've been trying, you know. I don't know what to do.
Right, and I definitely hope you are able to find that help. Unfortunately, today, it's not within my discretion. It's not for me to choose whether or not you're held on a bond or not. When you're out on felony release, I'm required to hold you non-bondable. So today, there's nothing I can do to change that because you're being charged with an additional felony. But they can set a bond at the evidentiary hearing, but that isn't until June 11th. But that's the time set for the judge to determine whether or not a bond is appropriate in this case, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Antonio Perez to the podium and Luis Vargas to the chair.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Antonio Capa Perez, 09/14/1987.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you.
Okay.
You have 3 hearings coming up. You have a status conference June 10th at 8:30, an evidentiary hearing June 11th at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30. Because you were out on felony release at the time of this alleged offense, you're not eligible for bond today. The time set to determine if bond will be set on these new charges is your evidentiary hearing currently scheduled for June 11th at 1:30. So you will remain in custody until at least that date.
Okay.
Did you have any questions?
None at all.
If you step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Luis Vargas to the podium and John Owens to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Luis Angel Vargas,
And your date of birth?
12/10/90. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on a new case.
Yes,
You are here for 1 count of aggravated assault, temporary disfigurement, a Class 3 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you.
yes, ma'am.
You have a status conference June 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
In this case, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000.
Okay.
In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you have written conditions. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime.
Okay.
No contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. And because you're on probation, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
Correct. Yeah.
That'll be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. There's like the crime didn't happen while I was on probation, right?
Correct. This was an offense date of January 27th of 2026, which is why you're not being seen on your probation case
Okay.
as a violation.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
But
about
yes,
that.
you were correct. The alleged crime was committed prior to your
Okay.
probation.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't violate probation or anything like that.
You're correct.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Can I have John Owens to the podium and Nathan to the chair? May I get your name and date of birth?
John Owens, 03/07/2001.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on 4 cases. You're here on a direct complaint that was filed. You're here on 2 probation cases for term 1 violations, and you're here on a 3rd probation case for failing to appear at a probation hearing. So we'll go over each of these. The direct complaint that was filed has an offense date of April 11th of 2025. And it alleges 1 count of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of forgery with a written instrument, a Class 4 felony. In your 2 probation cases that are term 1 violations, it's basically based on your new charges. It's a term one violation or an allegation of a term one violation. So I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in those cases as well. And then in the third case where you failed to appear at a probation hearing, I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you. You're going to have some hearings coming up. You're going to have 3 hearings. You're going to have a status conference June 10th at 8:30, a probation hearing June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30. So 3 days in a row next week. In the direct complaint that was filed, you do have a secured appearance bond of $3,500. In each term one probation case, you have a bond of $250, and your failure to appear warrant is also a $250 bond. So you have a total bond of $4,250. In the event you were to post that bond and be released from custody, you would have written conditions. You're not to possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. This will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get that for you. Nathan to the podium and Mark to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Nathan Newling, 10/27/78.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, 1 count of threat, a class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of disobeying an order of the court, a class 1 misdemeanor. For purposes of today's hearing only, I am not finding probable cause on the dangerous drugs and drug paraphernalia charge. It doesn't mean they're dismissed. I just don't have enough information today. They may test the substance and move forward. So I just want to make you aware that they could still charge you with that, but for purposes of today, I'm not finding probable cause. I am finding probable cause on your other charges and appointing an attorney to represent you.
Thank you.
You have a status conference, June 10th at 8:30, preliminary hearing, June 12th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you do have written conditions. You're not to initiate contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You'll also need to ensure you attend all of your future hearings. If you were to fail to appear, a warrant would issue and then you'd forfeit any bond that you may have posted. This will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to tell you, my mom passed 2 days ago. I'm a business owner. My business has been established 10 years. I have guys on payroll. I'm supposed to be at work. I own a house. They walked me out of my house yesterday. I'm a Navy dad. My kid's active Navy and a destroyer in the sea. I would appreciate, because I haven't even done all my billing cycle for this month. I have no money. It's there, but I have to get on my phone and send the emails out. I can't post a bond. I don't have my wallet. And my truck is somewhere. I have an $80,000 truck, and some chick walked off with it yesterday. And everything is just, this isn't fair. I shouldn't be here. I worked hard every day for the past 10 years. We're active military, and I feel OR is more would be a little bit more fair for me right now because I'm not going anywhere. I have a 12-year-old son who plays sports. This is unfair to me, what's happening to me right now. There's other criminal cases that's going on with my home and stuff right now. They have detectives. I was a victim first before any of this happened yesterday. And I feel like, that hasn't moved fast enough. And if that would have happened a little bit sooner, this wouldn't have happened. This isn't fair. It really isn't. Look at how tan I am. I bust my ass every day for my family, and I'm here. And this is, I shouldn't be here right now. I really shouldn't.
So I have appointed an attorney to represent you. So you haven't been found guilty of these charges. You do have a right to defend yourself as it relates to these allegations. You are going to meet with that attorney on June 10th at 8:30. The basis for my bond was not simply my fear that you may fail to appear, despite the fact that I do note that you have 3 prior failure to appears. They do appear to be fairly old. My concern is regarding the allegations in this case, which does include failing to comply with a previous order of protection, related to removing any firearms from your home. In addition to that, the allegations that you threatened to shoot the victim's dogs with a gun. And so based on those allegations, I do believe that a bond is necessary.
Okay.
So that will need to be posted.
May
The
I-
officers are going to take you to processing here in a moment. They're
May I
going to give you,
respond to that?
hold on a second. You're going to be given access to phones as well as phone numbers to contact bail bonding companies. If you were to post that bond, you would be released, but then of course you'd need to comply with your release conditions and attend your hearing. And sir, you had something additional to say?
Yeah, yesterday I let, I'm letting, okay, my wife walked out on me on Valentine's Day, me and my son of 16 years, and she never came back, okay? Her friend is staying with us. She takes my truck to go get a soda
I'm
and
gonna stop
she
there.
never comes back.
The reason I want to stop you is because I don't want you to say anything today that would incriminate yourself.
I'm not incriminating myself.
You don't have your attorney here today, and so I would just caution you, you do have the right to remain silent here today. I have appointed an attorney, so anything you say is being recorded and the prosecutor could use that against you. So keep that in mind whenever you're
Okay,
making any
that's
statements to the court, okay?
And my mom's in a freezer. I'm trying to get her cremated, and I finished 2 probations. Like, when I had STAs, I was young and really stupid. I'm not. I'm very put together now. I do a lot of good things for the community. And like, I'm just asking for a little help, man. I'm no danger to nobody. I'm a hardworking guy. I'm an American. And thank you.
Thank you, sir. If you step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Mark to the podium. Shamika Duncan to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Mark Anthony Chavez, 3/21/1978.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on 4 cases. You're here today on a new case. You're here on 2 failure to appear bench warrants that were issued for you in your probation cases, and you're also here on a direct complaint that was filed. So we will go over each of these cases. Your new charges are for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. For purposes of today's hearing, I am not finding probable cause for the dangerous drug possession. I am finding probable cause for the drug paraphernalia. It doesn't mean the dangerous drug possession is dismissed. I just don't have enough information today. They may test that substance and move forward, so they still may move forward with charging you on that. In the 2 cases you failed to appear, those were both probation cases. I'm going to affirm the attorneys that were previously appointed to represent you in those cases. And your 4th case on the calendar is a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of February 12th of 2026 for 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you on your direct complaint and your new case. You're going to have 3 hearings coming up between these 4 cases. You're going to have a status conference June 10th at 8:30, a probation hearing June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30. These are 3 days in a row next week. In your failure to appear cases, you have a secured appearance bond of $350 in each case. In your new charges and your direct complaint, you have a $50 bond in each case. So you have a total bond of $800 between the 4 cases. In the event you were to post that bond and be released from custody, you would have written conditions. You're not to possess weapons. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, the only reason why I missed my court dates is because I had head surgery and I fell on my head and I thought it was the 15th. I got real confused. Like, I should have been around people. I should have let them help me and I wasn't. And even my probation officer was telling me she would help me, but I didn't. I just got out of contact with everybody because when I fell, I just didn't know what date it was. And I wanted to go to my court dates and I wanted to stop using and I just want to get help, and I've done time and it doesn't work for me. I need help.
And I do hope you're able to find the help that you do need. Unfortunately, you did come in here with 2 additional cases, and so these bonds will need to be posted in order to be released from custody. If you could please take a step to your left, the officer will get you your paperwork. Shamika Duncan to the podium. Leonard Jimenez to the chair, please. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Shamika Danielle Duncan, 5/22/1990.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of March 31st of 2026 for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney, set a status conference June 10th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30.
Okay.
In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $500. I do note that you were previously seen by this court on May 20th, and it looks like you were given bonds in those cases as well. So this would be in addition to those bonds. In the event you posted all of your bonds and were released from custody, you'd have written conditions. You're not to possess weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. That'll be in your paperwork, ma'am. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Leonard Jimenez to the podium and Sarah Sargent to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Leonard Nixon Jimenez, 7/21/1972.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on 2 cases. You're here on a new case as well as a probation violation warrant that was issued for you. Your new charges are for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. For purposes of today's hearing only, I am not finding probable cause for the narcotic drug charge. I am finding probable cause for the other charges. It doesn't mean that charge is dismissed. I don't have enough information today, but they may test the substance and include it. I am finding probable cause and appointing an attorney to represent you. Your probation violation warrant alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in that case as well. You're going to have 3 hearings coming up, and they're going to be 3 days in a row. You're going to have a status conference June 10th at 8:30, a probation hearing June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30. On your probation violation warrant, you have a bond of $250. In your new charges, you have a placeholder bond of $50. That is a total secured appearance bond of $300. In the event you were to post that bond and be released from custody, you would have written conditions. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get that for you. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. Sarah Sargent to the podium. Armando Carvajal to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Sarah Sargent, 4/13/84.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you for failing to appear at a probation hearing. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you and set a hearing June 11th at 8:30.
Okay.
In this case, you do have a secured appearance bond of $250. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you do have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You also need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you were to fail to appear again, another warrant would issue, and then you'd forfeit any bond that you may have posted.
Okay.
That'll be in your paperwork, ma'am. Did you have any questions?
No.
If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get that for you. Armando to the podium and Serena to the chair.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Armando Carvajal, 09/18/2003.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. You are here for 1 count of aggravated assault, a class 3 felony, and 1 count of assault, a class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services, but you do have written conditions of release.
Okay.
You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You're also going to get an envelope with your paperwork. You need to read those instructions and contact pretrial services within 72 hours of release, and then ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you fail to appear at any of them, a warrant would issue for your arrest, and then you would be held on bond at your next hearing.
Okay.
Did you have any questions? Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that paperwork for you. Serena to the podium and Brianna to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Serena Esperanza, January 12, 2004.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two cases. You're here on a new case as well as a warrant from the Yuma Justice Court. Your new charges are for one count of theft, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You have two hearings coming up. These are going to take place in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You're going to have a status conference June 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. But you do have a second case on the calendar. You have the warrant from the Yuma Justice Court. It does look like it's for failing to pay some fines you owe on a previous case for drug paraphernalia possession. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel in this case. You are going to have a hearing, but it will take place in the Yuma Justice Court on June 9th at 8:30.
Okay.
I'm inclined to release you on the failure to pay on your own recognizance, but are you able to get yourself to that hearing? And if so,
Yes.
do you promise to appear at that hearing on
Yes.
June 9th? Okay. And then as it relates to your new charges, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services for the theft case. In that case, you do have written conditions. Well, you have written conditions in both, but specifically as it relates to the theft case, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. With your paperwork in that case, you're going to get an envelope. You need to read the instructions in the envelope and contact pretrial services within 72 hours.
Okay.
If you fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest, and then you will be held on a bond, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
All right, take a step to your left. Brianna to the podium and Armando to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Brianna Everett, 7/20/94.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on two cases. You're here on a new case as well as a probation violation warrant. Your new charge is for one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Your probation case is alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5. I'm going to find probable cause on your new charges, appoint an attorney to represent you in both cases. You're going to have 3 hearings coming up. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing, June 11th at 8:30, a status conference, June 18th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 22nd at 8:30. I am going to release you to the supervision of the Adult Probation Department, but you do have written conditions. You're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. And you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. So part of the allegations included that you failed to contact them after you were released previously. So make sure you contact them. If you don't have their direct line, the main phone number will be in your paperwork, okay? That'll be included. Did you have any questions?
No.
Please take a step to your left. The officer will get that for you. Armando to the podium and Mariah to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Armando Moreno, May 10th, 1996.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for one count of dangerous drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony. One count of narcotic drug possession for sale, a Class 2 felony. One count of dangerous drug possession for use, a Class 4 felony. One count of narcotic drug possession for use, a Class 4 felony. And one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have 2 hearings coming up. You're going to have a status conference June 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services, but you do have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons, not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. With your paperwork, you're going to get an envelope. You must read the instructions and contact pretrial services within 72 hours of release, and then make sure you attend to all of your hearings. If you fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest, and then you will be held on a bond at your next hearing. Did you have any questions, sir? Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that paperwork for you.
Thank you.
Mariah to the podium and Nicholas to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Mariah Morris, March 23rd, 2000.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new case. It is for one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony, and one count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear, but you do have written conditions of release. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. This will be included in your paperwork, ma'am. Did you have any questions?
Thank you.
Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that for you. Nicholas to the podium and Rocco to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Nicholas Williams, 9299.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case.
Yes,
It's for
ma'am.
1 count of narcotic drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you.
Yes, ma'am.
You have 2 hearings coming up. You have a status conference June 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. In this case, I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at these hearings.
Yes, ma'am.
You do have written conditions. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription, and you're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. This will all be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am, but yes, ma'am. Understand.
Thank you, sir. If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Rocco to the podium and Mitchell to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Rocco Klavich, 5/31/96.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of January 22nd of 2026 for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you and setting a status conference June 18th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at this hearing, or these hearings. You do have written conditions. You're not to possess any weapons, and you're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription.
Yes, ma'am.
This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Please take a step to your left, and the officer
Yes,
will get
ma'am.
that for you. Mitchell to the podium and Kenneth to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Yeah, Mitchell Hartman, 12/21/93.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of criminal damage and 1 count of disorderly conduct, both class 1 misdemeanors. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a hearing. It's going to take place in the Santan Justice Court on June 23rd at 9 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear, but you do have written conditions of release, and I'm also going to caution you to read these very carefully. You do have an alleged victim in this case, and you are not to initiate contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. I also want you to read these orders, because if you do violate the no victim contact order, it could constitute felony aggravated harassment, which could result in a felony charge, and if probable cause is found, you could be held non-bondable.
Yep.
So please make sure you follow your release conditions, attend that hearing. If you fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Of course.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Please take a step to your left. The officer will get that for you. Kenneth to the podium and Javier to the chair.
Guys, how you doing?
Good morning. Could I please get your name and date of birth?
Kenneth Owens, 01/18/1997. I had a brain fart there, my fault.
Thank you. You are here today on new charges. You're here for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence, class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 18th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you do have written conditions.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime,
Yes,
no
ma'am.
contact with any alleged victim,
Yes, ma'am.
complainant, or witness.
Yes, ma'am.
This will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
I just want to say I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, okay?
You too. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Please
you.
step to your left. Javier to the podium and Jacob to the chair.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can I get your name and date of birth?
My name is Javier Daniel Almejo. I was born on the 2nd day of October, 1993.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on 3 cases. You're here on a new case, as well as your 2 probation cases. Your new charges are for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. Because you were on probation in 2 cases at the time of this alleged offense, you're here on term 1 probation violations. However, for purposes of today, I'm not finding probable cause. It doesn't mean the charges are dismissed. It just simply means I don't have enough information, and they likely need to test the substances that were located. So I'm not finding probable cause on the term 1 probation violation, since I'm not finding probable cause on the new charges. But because it doesn't mean they're dismissed, I'm still appointing an attorney, and I'm still going to give you hearing dates. If you were to fail to appear at any of these hearing dates, it would still result in a warrant and you'd still be held on bond at a future hearing. So you still must attend these hearings. You have 3 of them: a probation hearing, June 11th at 8:30, status conference, June 18th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 22nd at 8:30. You are being released as to these cases, but you must attend your hearings. Do you have any questions?
The 11th, 18th, and 22nd?
Yes, and they will be in your paperwork, so you don't have to memorize them, but just make sure you don't lose your paperwork.
There you go. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
And then we will need to clear the courtroom for our remaining case.
You're gonna follow one line. Purple line out past that desk or whatever. Gotta stay together. You get off, you get off. Chico and Orange. Yeah.
Jacob King to the podium, please. May I get your name and date of birth?
Jacob King, September 19th, 1998.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of sexual exploitation of a minor, a Class 2 felony, 4 counts of sexual conduct with a minor, Class 5 felony, and 1 count of enticement of a child to facilitate the sex of a minor, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30. In this case, you do have a cash bond of $50,000. In the event you post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and you will be equipped with electronic monitoring. You also have written conditions of release. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you're not to have contact with any minors. This will all be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
No, thank you.
If you'll step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. This does conclude our 8 a.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 11 a.m.
All right, thank you. Please be seated. Okay,
This alerted us to when my son got an accident.
you're gonna have to hop on that. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay. Okay, all righty. Can the interpreter hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. All righty. Sorry for the delay. All right. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for June 4th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the first of the month will also apply to these hearings.
Esta es la lista de casos para las 11 de la mañana, hoy 4 de junio 2026. La orden emitida por la sala para la toma de muestras de ADN y huellas digitales el primer día del mes aplicará a esta lista de casos.
Before I call the first defendant up, I'm going to read the victim's rights advisement. In the event there are any victims observing the proceedings either here in the building or remotely,
Antes de proceder con las vistas incoatorias, leeré el aviso para víctimas por si acaso hay víctimas observando esta audiencia.
if you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at all court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you've not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office.
Si usted está presente en esta sala en calidad de víctima, se le avisa que, de acuerdo a la ley de Arizona, tiene derecho a justicia y debido proceso. Entre otras cosas, incluye el derecho de que se le trate con imparcialidad, respeto y dignidad, a un juicio oral oportuno y una pronta y definitiva resolución del caso. Tiene derecho de estar presente en las diligencias del caso, de elegir si es o no entrevistado por el acusado o su abogado. Tiene derecho de ser escuchado antes que el juez decida sobre la libertad provisional del acusado, durante la negociación de un convenio resolutorio, la programación de la imposición de pena y de pedir reparación por daños de la persona juzgada culpable de haberle perjudicado. Si no ha recibido una copia escrita de este aviso, comuníquese con el intercesor en la oficina de la Fiscalía.
All right, Mr. Roman Juarez, will you please come to the podium? You'll be first.
Señor Román Juárez, entre a la sala y párese detrás del atril. Usted será primero.
After that will be Mr. Ceniceros.
Después de él, el señor Ceniceros.
Good morning, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Buenos días, mi nombre es Martín Román Juárez, Martín Alfonso Román Juárez, mi fecha de nacimiento es enero 30 del 86.
Good morning. My name is Martín Román Juárez. Actually, Martín Alfonso Román Juárez. My date of birth is January 30th, 1986.
All right, thank you. Just one moment. Okay. Mr. Roman, you've been arrested on the following allegations: aggravated identity theft, a class 3 felony, forgery, identity theft, and possession of narcotic drugs. Those are all class 4 felonies. Driving on a suspended license, which is a class 1 misdemeanor, and possession of an open container of alcohol in a vehicle, which is a class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for all of those. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. It is a status conference, June 10th at 8:30 in the morning. The address will be on your paperwork. Okay. That's this coming Wednesday, June 10th, 8:30 in the morning. Your preliminary hearing will be June 12th at 8:30. That information will also be on your paperwork. Based on what has been alleged against you and your criminal history, and your apparent access to sources of false identification, bail is set in your case at $10,000. That is cash only. If you deposit that with the court, you will be released while you wait for your trial. You have other conditions of release that include no contact with any alleged victim or arresting officer, no drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol. Do not leave the state without the court's permission. Your complete orders are in writing. If you'll step to your left, we will send them to you when they are printed. You can give the headphones to the officer. Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Mr. Ceniceros, or it's Cortez Ceniceros, I think.
Señor Cortés Ceniceros.
Hi. And then Mr. Nicholas Cortez, will you go to the chair?
Señor Nicolás Cortés, pase a la silla.
Hello, sir. May I have your full name and date of birth?
No, me llamo Alfonso Rafael Cortés Ceniceros. Mi fecha de nacimiento es 14 de julio de 1996.
My name is Alfonso Rafael Cortés Ceniceros. My date of birth is July 14th, 1996.
All right, thank you. You have been arrested for unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. It's a Class 5 felony, and reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those offenses, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be in the downtown Superior Court. That address is on your paperwork. That will be a status conference June 18th, 8:30 in the morning. That's about 2 weeks from now in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30 in the same court. That will be on your paperwork. You qualify for release on your own recognizance. That means you are ordered to come to court and comply with conditions, but I am not ordering you to post bail in order to guarantee that. If you miss any court dates, though, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. And you could very well, we would almost certainly be ordered to post a bond to guarantee that you did not do that again. Go to court, comply with conditions. This is a probation eligible offense. So as long as you show up, you have your lawyer when you get there. Do you understand?
Yes, sí.
Yes.
Okay. Step to your left, she's got your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Cortez? He was right there. I saw him.
Señor Cortés.
All right, sir, right here. Good morning, sir. May I have your full name, please?
Nicolás Medrano Cortés.
Nicolás Medrano Cortés.
And what is your birth date?
1/18/59.
Your Honor, the interpreter did not understand. May I ask for a repetition?
Of course.
Señor, ¿puede repetir su fecha de nacimiento?
1/18/59.
1/18/59.
All right, thank you. Mr. Medrano Cortez, you were arrested for allegations of assaulting a police officer, 2 allegations. Those are both Class 4 felonies. 2 allegations of resisting arrest. Those are Class 6 felonies. I did find...
Ellos me golpearon.
They hit me.
I understand. I'm going to give you a lawyer, and I'm going to give you some court dates. But We presume that you are innocent until proven guilty. I'm just finding probable cause, which is very minimal. So please, I'm giving you a lawyer. Please talk to your lawyer about defending against these allegations. I am giving you a lawyer. Your lawyer will help you fight your case. So I'm going to give you 2 court dates, and I am planning to release you. The first court date will be a status conference, June 18th, which is 2 weeks from today at 8:30 in the morning. The court address is on your paperwork. Your preliminary hearing will be June 22nd at 8:30. All of this information is on your paperwork. Just don't have any contact with those officers. I'm sure you are not likely to. Don't possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. And the main thing is, don't miss your court date. Everything is on your paperwork, okay? If you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your copy, and they will put you in line to be released, okay? Don't lose your paperwork. It tells you where to go in 2 weeks. Okay?
Yeah, I come.
Okay.
¿Cómo?
All right, if you,
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't understand what the defendant said.
okay. Go ahead. You want to try again?
¿Cómo fue que dijo, señor?
Que no sé dónde. Si hay alguien que me traiga, que me lleve.
I don't know where that place will be. Is there someone who can pick me up and take me?
Unfortunately, no. I'm not able to order that, but from what I understand, you probably have some family who's able to help you, and you will have access to a phone in the release area. So just don't lose your paperwork. Concentrate on not losing the paperwork. Put it in your pocket. And that way, when you get out, you can give it to your family member to have them help you get to court in 2 weeks. But I'm not going to hold you in the jail. All right. If you'll step to your left, he's going to give you your paperwork. Good luck, sir.
You got something going?
Roman, Merrill,
Okay, and Mr. Hernandez, could you just ask us, see if there's anybody else who needs an interpreter?
Yes, ma'am. Buenos días a todos. ¿Hay alguien más en la sala que no habla inglés y necesita el intérprete de español? Levante la mano, por favor.
Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, all righty. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. DePaul, Jake DePaul, will you come up? Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Yes, Jake DePaul, 7/12/91.
Thank you. And I forgot to say, Mr. Dylan McDonald, will you go to the chair, please? You'll be next. All right, Mr. DePaul, you're here on 2 matters. I'm going to start with your new case, which is number 13 on the calendar. You got booked in for aggravated identity theft, a class 3 felony, and theft or control of a stolen credit card. That's a class 5 felony. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date in this case is going to be in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. That next court date will be a status conference June 10th at 8:30 in the morning, which is this coming Wednesday, with a preliminary hearing Friday, June 12th at 8:30. Same court, address is on your paperwork. In this case, because you're also here on your probation case, but in this case, your bond is $25,000. It is secured with written release conditions that, of course, include no victim contact, no going to the scene of any of the alleged crimes, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol, etc. It's all on your paperwork. In your probation case, you were already in warrant status. And so back on April 30th, there was a petition to revoke filed. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. I am appointing a lawyer for you in probation court also. Your next court date in probation court is going to be 1 week from today, which is Thursday, June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. That'll be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. And pursuant to Rule 7.2, I am ordering you held without bond in this case because there, in all reasonable probability, you will be revoked to prison in your probation case. It doesn't mean you will definitely be. It just means it is highly probable. I'm giving you a lawyer. Your lawyer is there to help you get the best outcome you can in probation. But on these facts and on the probabilities, you are not granted bail today in your probation case. So if you step to your left, I've got paper for both cases. All right, Mr. McDonald? And then Jorge Chaidez, will you please go to the chair? Where's Jorge? 1 second, sorry, just have to keep the train moving. He's got a red t-shirt on. He's pretty young. He's about 25. Oh, is he there? Oh, I just can't see him. Okay. Oh, is he awake? All right, let's get him in the chair. Thank you. All right, Mr. McDonald, full name and date of birth, please.
Dylan Marquise McDonald, January 6, 2002.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McDonald, you got arrested for allegations of armed robbery, a Class 2 felony, theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and misdemeanor assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. That'll be a status conference, June 10th, 8:30 in the morning, which is this Wednesday. The preliminary hearing on Friday, June 12th at 8:30. All of that information is on your paperwork. Based on what's been alleged against you and your criminal history or relative lack of criminal history, bail is set in your case at $50,000. That is secure. If you post it, you're going to alcohol test under the supervision of pretrial services. If you're out of custody, don't go to the scene of the alleged crimes. Whether you're in or out of custody, no contact with any victims, complaining witnesses, or arresting officers, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, she'll give you a copy.
May I ask if the entire 50,000 has to be posted?
Well, you could potentially post for less than the full amount by using a bail bond company, but they want a fee and they do want collateral. So they all collect calls from the jail. There's a list of those companies back there. To have the officers give that to you, you can start calling bonds. Thank you. All right, Mr. Chaidez? Jorge, and then Amir Zubi. Will you please go to the chair? Amir Zubi? All right. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Jorge Alberto Chaires, 31502.
Okay, thank you. You're hearing two things. One's a new case. One is a probation hold. So I'm going to do your new case first. Number 18 on the calendar. You got arrested for unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. That's a Class 5 felony. Reckless driving, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor. And criminal speeding, that's a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. The police also clearly meant to book you for criminal damage, but I think they did some sloppy data entry. They picked the wrong statute for what they're accusing you of doing. So for purposes of today's hearing only, I'm not finding probable cause for the remaining allegation of recklessly damaging the property of a utility, because that would be like a light pole or a traffic pole or something. Okay. They allege you of damaging an actual human's property, which is a different charge. So talk to your lawyer. It's a booking error by the police. It just means I disregard that allegation for purposes of release conditions. It's not dismissed. You could absolutely still be formally charged by that if the county attorney wants to. So no probable cause for today on that one only. I am appointing a lawyer. The lawyer can go through all that with you. You'll get the formal charges through your lawyer. You guys can figure out what the final formal charges might be. Your status conference is going to be June 10th. That's this Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing will be June 12th at 8:30, same court. Address is on your paperwork. In this case, your bond is $15,000. It is secured with written conditions. That includes don't go to the scene of the crime. I believe that the person whose wall you actually hit or you're accused of hitting, that they remain they still have victims' rights in the case, even though I didn't find probable cause for today's purposes only. That doesn't take away their victims' rights. So don't contact them. Don't go back there. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. And you have to call your PO within 72 hours of any release from jail. The number's on your paperwork. Now, you also have a term 1 hold. What that means is probation is notifying the court and you that they will be filing a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So between now and your next court date, they're going to file a petition to revoke your probation. You'll get a copy from your lawyer at your next court date. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date in probation court will be June 11th, 1 week from today, pardon me, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. That address is on your paperwork. That's going to be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. So, 1 second. Alrighty. And your bond in the probation case, you are legally entitled to bail. I gave some thought to holding you without bond on these facts, but it's still a Prop 200 case as of today, which means you're legally entitled to bail. So bail is set in that case at $5,000 secured. So that is $20,000 total across the 2 cases. You can use a bail bondsman. Follow all of your release conditions if you do bond out. If you step to the left, she's going to give you a comment.
So it'd be like 2,000.
Plus collateral. They always want collateral. So be sure and call them. Ask them what they want. You can call more than 1 bail bondsman. So if you step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you. All right, Mr. Zabi, and then Luis Hernandez, will you please go to the chair? Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Amir Zubi, 9/30/88.
All right, thanks. You're here on a new case. You got arrested for theft of a means of transportation. It's a Class 3 felony, dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and criminal damage in an amount over $2,000. That is a Class 5 felony. There is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. You're going to have 2 court dates coming up. They'll both be in the downtown Superior Court, address on your paperwork. The first is the status conference this Wednesday, June 10th, 8:30 in the morning. Preliminary hearing, June 12th at 8:30. Based on your criminal history and what's been alleged against you, bond is set in the amount of $5,000. It is secured. If you bond out, be sure to comply with all your written conditions. Do not go to the scene of the crime. No contact with the alleged victims. No weapons. No drugs. No alcohol. She's got your paperwork for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hernandez, and then Victor Lara. We go to the chair. All right. Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Good morning, ma'am. Luis Miguel Hernandez, 8788.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hernandez, you're here on 2 things. One's a new case. One is a probation matter. All righty. Starting with the new case, you got booked in on a bunch of DUI stuff. I found probable cause for 2 of them, not for the other 4. So I'm going to start with the 2 that I did find probable cause for. Driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs while impaired to the slightest degree, that's a Class 1 misdemeanor. And driving on a suspended, revoked, canceled, or without a driver's license. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. So I just found probable cause for those. The police also booked you on 4 other types of DUI that require them to have had a blood alcohol level, and they didn't allege one. And that is blood alcohol 0.08 or more, blood alcohol of 0.15 to 0.20, blood alcohol above 0.20, and then they also booked you for DUI by drugs, but right now they didn't have enough support for those. So for those 4, I didn't find probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only. They are not dismissed. So you can talk to your lawyer about that. I am appointing a lawyer for you in this case because anybody who faces DUI faces at least a little bit of mandatory jail. So you do get a court-appointed lawyer. So your next court date is going to be in the El Centro Justice Court, which I happen to know is downtown. They renamed them all a few years ago, and I only remember a few. El Centro is pretty easy to remember.
That's fine.
It's an arraignment hearing June 9th, 8:30 in the morning. That's on your paperwork, and I am going to give you a bond in your probation case, but in this case, I'm just going to set what we call a placeholder bond. It's $50. It's so you get credit for time in custody. And so they will take you for court on the 9th, June 9th. That is this Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning. Now, in your probation case, this is a term 1 hold in your probation case. You're on felony probation. It's a Class 4. Like I told the last gentleman, probation is going to file a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So That'll happen between now and your next court date. You get a copy of the petition from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm scheduling your next court date for June 11th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. That address is on your paperwork. That's going to be 1 week from today, June 11th, 8:30 in the morning, for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. You have a $2,500 secured appearance bond in your probation case. So that's $2,550 total for the two cases. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions, call your PO within 72 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, they'll give you a copy.
Ma'am, I'm not too sure how the bond works, so okay, do I not qualify for like some type of OR, or can I
You
get
can call,
recommended or something?
not from me, you don't, not with your criminal history and what you're alleged to
Yeah.
be doing. I believe you are in no way remotely permitted to be drinking or doing drugs. I got probable cause at least for drinking. Your criminal history is violent and you haven't been testing. So please talk to your lawyer. The only reason I gave you a bond at all
Yes,
is
ma'am.
because I didn't find PC for a bunch of that. But you have not been compliant on probation. Your criminal history is violent. There is no possibility you should be drinking. I know you're not allowed to drink. So, very unhappy with your alleged performance on probation because you were not compliant before last night. So, talk to your lawyer about that. I decline to give you anything other than what I just ordered because I think you could hurt someone in the community, and you are definitely not taking probation seriously. Step to your left, take your paperwork. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Lada? And then Jack Westerman, will you go to the chair? Yes, right here, sir. Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Victor Emmanuel Lara, 10/27/1994.
All right, thank you. You are here on a new case. You got arrested for one allegation of second-degree burglary. It's a Class 3 felony. I do find probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. I'm giving you your next two court dates in the downtown Superior Court, and that address is on your paperwork. The first one's going to be a status conference June 10th, which is this Wednesday, 8:30 in the morning in that court, and a preliminary hearing June 12th at 8:30 in the same court. The address is on your paperwork. Bond is set in your case at $2,000. That is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions. Do not go to the scene of the alleged crime. No contact with any alleged victim. No weapons. No drugs. Everything else is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, this gentleman will give you a copy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Westerman. And then Kevin or Kevon Parker. I need Mr. Westerman in court. He's got a black t-shirt officer. He's leaning over. I think he's the guy bending over. And all right, Mr. Parker, you can come all the way in if you're ready. I'll do Mr. Parker and then we'll get Mr. Westerman woken up. Okay. All right here, Mr. Parker? Yeah, I was just saying he's ready. I was like, let's give the guy some credit for being ready. He can wake up. All righty. All right, sir. Hi, can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Kevon Parker, 10/23/97.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Parker, you're here on a probation warrant. You're on probation for a felony. Back on May 29th, there was a petition filed to revoke your probation. It alleges that you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of your intensive probation. You're going to get a copy of that petition from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date, what's that?
No, I was telling myself I gotta go to court. I'm sorry, man.
Okay. Your next court date is going to be 1 week from today. It's June 11th, 8:30 in the morning. It is a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing in the downtown probation court. That address is on your paperwork. I'm just going to affirm the bond that the probation judge gave you, which is $400 secured. If you post it, comply with all of your conditions. You have to call your PO within 24 hours because you are on intensive probation. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, they're going to give you a copy of that. Step right here. Good luck, sir. Oh, I like that. I'm digging it. All right, Mr. Westerman, you go to the chair. All right, you are Mr. Westerman, great. And then Javier Casares, will you please go to the chair? All right, Mr. Westerman, what's your full name and date of birth, please?
Jack Diesel Westerman, September 20, 2002.
All right, thank you. You are here on a bench warrant for failing to appear in a pending case. There was a status conference on April 13th. You weren't there and a warrant was issued for your arrest. You already have a lawyer in the case. Your next court date is going to be in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. That'll be a status conference, June 10th, 8:30 in the morning. That's this Wednesday. Preliminary hearing Friday, June 12th, 8:30, same court. I'm going to affirm the bond that the trial court gave you, which is $500 secured. If you post it, comply with all of your conditions, don't miss your court date. You step to your left, this gentleman has a copy for you. Thank you. Mr. Casares? And then Ms. McLaren, will you go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Javier Cáceres, 11/2087.
87?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You're on a new case. You got booked in for possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, obstruction of justice by the refusal to provide a true name. It's a class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm giving you 2 court dates. The first one is a status conference, June 10th, 8:30 in the morning. That's this Wednesday, with the preliminary hearing Friday, June 12th at 8:30. Those are in the downtown Superior Court. Now, it appears that you have a DOC hold that's been placed on you here at the jail by your parole officer. So what I'm going to do is just set what we call a placeholder bond, because in the absence of parole, I probably would have released you in this case. So I'm just going to give you a little bond. It does 2 important things. And make sure that you start getting credit for time in custody in this case today. If you end up being convicted, then you'll get credit for the time in custody. And it ensures that the sheriffs will take you to these court dates. If you post it, which you're entitled to do, DOC is going to come and get you, and then you're going to start popcorning back and forth between the systems. Most people are very sorry when that happens. So I usually say, talk to your lawyer next week, because I know lots of people would rather go back to DOC as fast as they can because it's more comfortable, but you're going to end up probably dragging it out if you do. So stick around and talk to your lawyer before you decide whether to do that. You could do it today if you want. I'm whatever. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. If you do end up out of custody, like say your parole officer pulls the hold and you bond out, call your parole officer within 24 hours. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, she'll give you a copy.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Good luck, sir. Ms. McLaren? And then Brittany Navarrete, will you please go to the chair? And Ms. McLaren, here we go. Right here, ma'am. Okay, hi. Good morning, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Good morning. Abrishe Cashier McLaren, August 26, 1995.
August 26th?
Yes.
Okay, I have 25th. Okay, let me just tweak that. I was just explaining something to him about the computer stuff. Nothing to do with you, man. Okay. You're here on a probation warrant. Looks like you're on probation for a class 6 felony. And on May 21st, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of that from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing 1 week from today. That's June 11th, 8:30 in the morning. The address for the downtown probation court is on your paperwork. I'm just going to affirm the bond that the probation judge gave you, which is $300 secured. If you post that, you'll be released. You got to be sure to call your PO within 72 hours and come to court. If you don't post it, they'll take you over for court next week. You can meet with your lawyer and your PO. If you step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Good luck, Matt. Mrs. Navarrete? No, and you will definitely see that. Okay, and then I need Mr. Anderson, Devontae Anderson, if you go to the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Renee Nicole Navarrete, 6/18/86.
Okay, thank you. You're on a warrant from the Moon Valley Justice Court, and looks like this is a first failure to appear and a driving on suspended license case. It goes back to 2024. This warrant was issued July 9th of 2024. So I'm going to release you and give you another chance to go to court. This is your first warrant. It's a misdemeanor. If you don't go, we'll be able to see it, and then we're going to give you at least a small bond. Most of us here give between about $250 and $500 on this type of case. Okay. You need to go. So it's an arraignment hearing June 19th at 10 in the morning. The address for the Moon Valley Justice Court is going to be on your paperwork. So you got plenty of time to plan ahead. If you have any trouble getting there, you need to call them before the warrant goes out and ask for a new court date. Most of those courts, I believe, will work with people if you call in advance. A lot of them will have a walk-in date. Even if it's after the warrant, you can call and they'll say, well, come to our walk-in day, but we're not quashing the warrant until you show up and ask for it. Okay. So please go. If you don't, we may not love doing it because I know it's hard to get to court if you don't have a regular place to stay. But if you keep doing it, you are going to end up held. So please go. If you step through paperwork, they'll give you paperwork. All right. Good luck. Mr. Anderson, and then Xavier or Javier Perez or Perez. I never know how people are saying it. There you go. I'll say it one way and then I'll say the other.
Just go.
Okay, right. Hi, sir.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Devontae Dion Anderson, September 22nd, 1997.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Anderson, you are here because you got indicted by a grand jury on a case that's not brand new. I think it's from last year. All righty. You are formally charged with organized retail theft, a class 4 felony. The alleged offense date is August 11th of 2025. Looks like this warrant went out in May of 2026. I don't know if they tried to send you a summons or not because grand jury proceedings are sealed until this hearing. So I can't see anything on your case. But in any event, I know the warrant went out in May.
Yes.
So I am appointing a lawyer for you. You need to be arraigned. So your arraignment hearing is going to be June 11th, which is 1 week from today, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. And this is not a brand new case. I'm not showing felony priors for you. It's a property crime. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Go to court.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Wherever this was, don't go there. All I can tell you about the case is the originating police, and it was Phoenix. So this was somewhere in Phoenix. If that doesn't ring a bell, you will get police reports and a copy of the charge from your lawyer. You can go over in detail what you're accused of. Don't violate release conditions. Don't miss court dates because that's how this happens again. Okay? If you step too left to get your paper.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Good luck, sir. All right, Mr. Perez or Perez, will you come to the podium? And then Jose Martinez, will you go to the chair? Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Xavier Perez, February 4th, 2008.
Thanks. You're hearing a Goodyear City Court new case. They are accusing you of all of that. Okay, contributing to the delinquency or dependency of a minor. It's a class 1 misdemeanor. Your next court date is going to be in the Goodyear City Court. It's an arraignment hearing June 24th. So just about exactly 3 weeks from now, June 24th, 1 in the afternoon. And in this case, I got to reprint this, please, because it's defaulting to the DNA and fingerprinting, and that is just wrong. Hold on a second. So frustrating. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to reprint your paper. I didn't find probable cause for this because the police, they did what I would only describe as a poor job on your booking paperwork of describing what you're alleged to have done and giving me solid reasons to think that you did it or that you are even the person they're talking about in this. So this is a poor job. All that means is that you're entitled to be released, which I very likely would have done anyway. So don't get too excited. The case is not dismissed. The only thing that happens when the person sitting here doesn't find probable cause is you get released.
Okay.
But it's a misdemeanor. Listen. Also, I read probable cause statements all day for search warrants and this. The odds of young people either shooting at or getting shot at by other people when they're trafficking firearms is really quite high. I read that all the time. Young people end up either dead or felony defendants when they go sell firearms. So I don't know that you did it. There's no probable cause. I'm just telling you to be very careful what you get involved in. But I can't order you to do or not do anything. I'm just hoping you'll be smart. I didn't find probable cause, so I don't have authority to order you to do things except go to court.
Okay.
So June 24th, it's all on your paperwork. You get your paperwork. It still takes a few hours to be released. Try to be patient. You should be out, we hope, by dinner time.
Okay, and I wanted to ask, I know they did a search warrant on my car. I don't know if that already went through. I haven't got no paperwork on that, on where it would be at. So
right, you're wondering where is your car. Yeah. So they may well have impounded your car, etc. So you're going to have to call Goodyear PD when you get out. Did you just call the non-emergency? They may, if you look them up online, they may have a property bureau and say, where's my car? Can I have it? And if they say, no, you can't have it, we're holding it for evidence, you would have to consult with a lawyer about that, because at that point, it's between you and the Goodyear Police Department.
Okay.
So, in a case like yours, honestly, 50-50 whether they impounded it. So just call them and cross your fingers. If you step to your left, he's going to give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Sure.
So when you
Okay, we've got Mr. Martinez. Please come in, sir. And then Robert Robbins, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Jose Luis Martinez, 10/18/95.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. This is going out of the Superior Court. You've been accused of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and possession of an open container of alcohol in a vehicle, that's a class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be a status conference on June 18th, which is 2 weeks from today, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Superior Court. Preliminary hearing, June 22nd at 8:30, same court. All of that is on your paperwork. You qualify for release to pretrial services. I'm going to order that. What that means is you need to call in after you get out. So you're going to get an envelope. Don't lose it, because that has the instructions. You'll get your paperwork and an envelope. Keep it. When you get out, open the envelope. Call them within 72 hours. Tell them where you are. They'll decide how often they want you to check in. It's usually by phone. It's not hard, unless you lose the envelope. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Everything's on your paperwork. Don't miss court. Good luck.
Thank you.
And Mr. Robbins? Never mind. Mr. Robbins? Hi, sir. And then Linda Wen, will you please go to the chair? Linda Wen? Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Robert Robbins, January 1463.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a warrant from the Encanto Justice Court. This one dates back a while. This is in an interfering with judicial proceedings case, which is disobeying a court order. The original case dates from 2016. Back in 2020, apparently they decided you probably owe them money or something else. Could be DV classes. I don't know. They tried to get you into court, couldn't find you, and it became a warrant. So I'm going to release you and order you to go talk to them about whatever it is that they think you owe them, okay? So if you don't go, that'll be a failure to appear. You'll get another warrant, and then we're likely to give you a bond. But I'm not giving you a bond today, just ordering you to go talk to them, okay? So your court date, what's that?
Thank you.
Sure, sure. Well, it's not a new case. You've already been convicted. This is either about money. Sometimes it's things like domestic violence classes in these types of cases. I don't have any way to tell. And the warrant issued literally mid-COVID. So the odds that you got adequate notice are pretty low. So I just want you to go start fresh with them. If you don't show up at this time, I'm going to hold it against you.
Okay.
So go. Arraignment hearing June 18th. That's 2 weeks from now, 1:30 in the afternoon. The Encanto Justice Court, it's in Phoenix. The address is on your paperwork. You are released. Just go. You have very basic release conditions. I will let you read them for yourself. If you step to your left, they've got your paperwork. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Ms. Wen? And then Joseph Salinas, will you go to the chair, please?
Good day, Judge.
Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Linda Ann Nguyen, September 5th, 1970.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a new case. You got arrested for disorderly conduct, a class 1 misdemeanor, and preventing the use of a telephone in an emergency. That's a class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. I am appointing a lawyer for you. And I'm going to give you a court date on June 23rd, which is almost 3 weeks from now, 10 in the morning in the San Marcos Justice Court. The address is on your paperwork. And I'm planning to release you on your own recognizance, but I'm going to make keep-away orders in your case. Based on what the police alleged, I do believe that if I allow you to have contact with the alleged victim or live there, there will be trouble. So I'm ordering you to stay away while the case is pending. That means you have to find an alternative residence, bring proof to your next court date. you can do what's called a civil standby at your residence to collect belongings, but you have to call an officer. It looks like it was MCSO that arrested you. So call MCSO, non-emergency. They'll send a deputy to keep the peace while you collect belongings. You go stay somewhere else. Bring proof of that. It could be a note from a friend who says she's crashing on my couch. Bring that to your next court date. Don't contact the alleged victim. Don't respond to contact from him. No alcohol, no weapons. Don't miss your court dates, okay? Everything will be on your paperwork. Will you comply with that and come to court?
Yes.
All right, then you are released. What's your question?
So I have to stay somewhere for those 3 weeks?
Correct. And then you could raise with the justice court judge. You could say, I want to come home, etc. In the meantime, the alleged victim, who I believe is your husband, he will be getting victims' rights information. He'll be talking to the prosecutor's office. If he wants to do anything different, he can tell them. Don't talk to him. Don't text him and say, hey, tell them I can come home. You would be violating release condition.
Yes, ma'am.
So
So I
right
have
now-
to find a place for those 3 weeks.
Correct. It could be an Airbnb. It could be a shelter. It could be a hotel. It could be a friend's house.
Where can I find the shelter?
We have lists at release. So I don't know if we have any in court. Do we keep some in court? I feel like we do. Priya, do we have a shelter list? I know they're in the pretrial envelopes, and I've always been told, somewhat reliably, because it was my staff. Yeah, okay, let's give her one. Thank you. That they have them at the release area also, but we'll give you the one we have, but I think they have more materials at release, which is a big area here. And you have access to a telephone in the release area also. All right.
Yes, thank you. All
right.
And also, I heard what you say, but I need to tell you so that way I won't get in trouble on my way out here to go home. My husband is here.
Oh, he got arrested also?
No.
Oh, okay.
He came here to pick me up.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, and were you talking on the phone to him from back there?
Yeah.
Let me read this again, and I'm gonna look at your criminal history. Just one second. My issue, my concern with you, I have to tell you, was a history of alcohol offenses, bless you. And that sharply, from looking at this, you have had a history of alcohol problems. And he had the right to be heard and put in a victim statement at this, let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not willing. So if he's waiting out there, I believe you are likely to commit offenses while the case is pending. They're not right now accusing you of necessarily being drunk last night, but this long PC statement, and you have a documented history of alcohol abuse. And so I think that alcohol is driving this, and that I don't believe, and this was like a long ongoing problem. So I don't believe it would be safe. I believe he would commit new offense. So just don't have contact with him when he walks out. If he's out there, walk away, go call somewhere and do something different. All right. If you step to your left, you get your paperwork. Yes, ma'am.
I can ask her.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Salinas, and then after that, Carlos Rodriguez, please. Are you Mr. Salinas?
Yes,
Okay, so can I have your full name and date of birth?
Joseph Salinas, January 29, 1993.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. You got booked in for one allegation of prostitution, which is a class 1 misdemeanor. It is the same crime no matter which side of the transaction you're accused of being. Some people are surprised, but same crime. So your arraignment hearing, there is probable cause. Your arraignment hearing is June 23rd, 1:30 in the afternoon in the West McDowell Justice Court. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because unless you're potentially facing jail time in this type of case, you don't have any constitutional right to a lawyer. What you have is the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense. So you can also just represent yourself. Go meet directly with the prosecutor.
Okay.
June 23rd, 1:30 in the afternoon, West McDowell Justice Court. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Don't go back to the scene. So wherever this was, don't go back there. No contact with your co-defendant. She's going to get the same order Everything else is pretty basic. I'll let you read it for yourself. Thank you, sir. Mr. Rodriguez? And then Nikita Talton, will you please go to the chair? Where's Mr. Rodriguez?
He's coming.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, take your time. Sorry, I didn't realize you were having trouble. Okay. No worries. No worries. Do not hurry. It's okay. All right, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth?
My name is Carlos Rodriguez. That's with the Z. I was born in February 18th, 1976.
Okay, thank you. You are here on a new case. This is going to go out of the Santan Justice Court. And you got booked in for disobeying a court order, also known as interfering with judicial proceedings. That's a class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is June 23rd. So 3 weeks from now, 9 in the morning in the Santan Justice Court, which is somewhere in Chandler, but the address is on your paperwork. And I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. I'm not really seeing any criminal history for you besides this. No. You're not accused of hurting anyone. You're just accused of violating the court order. So I'm going to let you go to court on your own. If you had been accused of hurting anyone or making a substantial nuisance of yourself, we'd be talking about a bond. So I'm just trying to get you to understand, I do take this kind of case very seriously, but on these specific facts, I think you're safe to release. But if you do anything more than this to violate that order, you could easily be looking at a bond. Yes. So just respect the release condition. I gave you a lawyer. You can defend yourself. Okay. So I don't decide whether you did it, just whether there's basic probable cause. Talk to your lawyer at your next hearing. Okay. I'm releasing you.
Okay.
What's your question?
The thing is that I'm from Texas.
Okay.
I don't know my way around the area. That's the reason why I lost my way around.
Talk to your lawyer about that, because the county attorney has to charge the case. It may end up that they're not terribly interested in charging your case. I don't know. So you've got the court date. You can call a few days in advance to find out if the county attorney went to formal charging, because the county attorney has to file a formal charge between now and, well, prior to the 18th, but maybe call the Santan court around the 15th, that Monday, and say, do I still have a court date on the 18th? And if you do, you got to be there going to catch a bond. But if they tell you you don't, it means that at least as of now, the county attorney did not go forward on the charge. They're not obligated to just because the police booked you. Mm-hmm. The county attorney is going to look at the case and decide, do they or don't they think it is worth their time?
Yes, ma'am.
So, but you will have a lawyer if it goes forward. And if you forget to call, you got to be there on the 18th, or you'll catch a warrant if they file.
It'll be on the paperwork.
Everything is on your paper.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
When my wife's son saw me, I was on a bike.
Okay.
And he chased me on a car, and that's the reason for me going to the hospital. And he rammed me and he pinned me against my. Is there anything I can do?
I can't give legal advice, but what I will tell you is everybody is entitled to call up the police department and say, I want to report a crime. You can report a crime. And then the ball is in the police department's court to decide what they're doing about it. But I can absolutely understand why you might want to call that in. So that's all I can tell you, though, is you're entitled to say, I was the victim of a crime. And then they are supposed to investigate. So if you'll, but I call non-emergency, obviously.
Yes.
And so, okay, all right. If you'll step to your left, she'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Talton. And then Josie Moreno, will you go to the chair? All right. Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Nikita Rajon Talton, 10/18/2001.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a new case. You got booked in for prostitution, a class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for it. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you, though, because I'm planning to release you, and we don't otherwise appoint lawyers in this type of criminal case. You do have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense, or just to go represent yourself and meet directly with the prosecutor. Your arraignment hearing will be June 23rd, 1:30 in the afternoon in the West McDowell Justice Court. The address is on your paperwork. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as well. The police say that you live out of state and you don't have any ties to Arizona. But on this type of misdemeanor, without any other criminal history listed, I'm not going to hold you. They didn't list any other criminal history. Just know that if you're not there on the 23rd, you will catch a warrant. Don't go to the scene of the alleged crime. No contact. Oh, I forgot to do this. Can we reprint, please? No contact with your co-defendant. He got the same order. So if you see each other at court either, just don't talk. Yeah, everything else will be on your paperwork. Okay, we just need to reprint it. So if you go that way, the officer will send out your copy. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Ms. Moreno, and then Dustin Herring, will you please go to the chair? Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Josie Ann Moreno, 5/1975.
Okay, thank you. You are here on two things. One is a warrant from the Apache Junction City Court.
Yeah.
The other one is an arrest warrant for a newly filed criminal case in the Superior Court. So I'm going to start with that one. That's number 25 on the calendar. Looks like there was a criminal complaint filed against you, charging you with one count of fraudulent schemes and artifices. That's a Class 2 felony. One count of forgery, a Class 4 felony. One count of first-degree criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony. The alleged offense dates, it's a range of dates, July 15th of 2025 through August 1st of 2025. And you'll get a copy of the charges and police reports from your lawyer. All I'm able to tell you, because it went to grand jury, or no, I mean, it's a direct complaint, meaning a different judge found probable cause, is the warrant says it comes from Phoenix, the Phoenix Police Department. So you'll get the charges and police reports from your lawyer.
Okay.
I am appointing a lawyer for you in that felony case. Your next court date is going to be a status conference June 18th, which is 2 weeks from now, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30. And this is not a new case. These are property crimes. I am going to, this says pretrial. I didn't realize I was going to do OR.
Oh, please.
I'm going to send you to pretrial, okay?
Thank you.
Sorry, got to reprint hers too, officer.
I don't want to lose my job.
All right, and it's not new. You do have criminal history, but it's been like 10 years.
Yeah, I've been good.
It is this same type. So in any event, I'm going to release you to pretrial services.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
do want you
Thank
to call in. And then in the other one, I'm going to OR you. So
Thank
just
you.
hold on, you have your other one. So don't have any contact with any alleged victims in this case.
I don't know who the victims are.
You'll find out through your lawyer.
Okay.
You'll get those police reports.
But where does it send the warrant to? Because I never gotten a warrant on this.
Often they don't. They go directly to warrant. Let me look at your docket. No, they didn't even try to send you a summons.
What?
So talk to your lawyer about that.
Not fair. It's not.
So,
it's okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. So then you also have from Apache Junction Justice Court a failure to pay fines and driving on suspended. And this warrant was issued April 28th of this year.
I didn't know that I didn't know that they give you a warrant for not.
I'm going to let you go talk to them.
Okay.
You have bigger problems. You don't need to catch warrants in misdemeanor cases. Your lawyer will be very mad at you in the fraud case.
I know.
If you pick up warrants in misdemeanor.
Yes, absolutely.
So the address for the AJ City Court's on your paperwork.
I know it's that.
June 9th at 8:30. So that's really quick. That's this Tuesday, 5 days from now in AJ. If you have any trouble getting there, use the power of the telephone.
Yeah, you can call them and reschedule
Call tomorrow
it.
or call Monday.
Okay, cool.
I don't know how soon they'll have that court date, but if they don't know about your court date tomorrow, if they go, lady, we don't know, it just happened. Try again on Monday and say, I don't have a ride. Can I get a new court date? I can't move it though. I'm sorry. I have to give you the 9th at 8:30. But I'm going to release you. It's not a brand new case. You just owe them money.
I know.
So go talk to them about it so you don't pick up a failure to appear.
Sure.
No weapons, no drugs, no prescription. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your
I'm just breathing in here.
Okay, I understand. No, it is very
Stop,
cold
I'm shaking. That's why.
it is so cold in here. You're lucky because you have a jacket.
But I have a dress.
So many people come in sundresses.
That's what I have on underneath this.
You're lucky you're overdressed for the weather because most people dress for 105 degrees. Yeah.
I get baptized right now.
Think how cold you would be.
Yeah.
If you come in the sun.
I know.
All right.
I begged her last night, please, can I get my sweater?
Right. Good luck on. All right. Mr. Herring? And then Perry Burkett, we go the chair. Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Dustin Wayne Herring, 9/18/80.
Okay, thanks. You're also here on a warrant from the Apache Junction Justice Court. This went out February 3rd of this year. and it's a post-conviction warrant, and it is in a driving on suspended case. So your court date in the Apache Junction Justice Court is also, just like hers, this Tuesday, June 9th at 8:30 in the morning. That's just 5 days from now. The address is on your paperwork. I'm going to release you. You owe them money. Go talk to them. If they put it out as a failure to appear, most of us down here are going to give you a bond next time we see you. Just go talk to them. Even if you don't have money, you got to show up, okay? Everything's on your paperwork. If you step two left, I'll give you a copy.
Okay, that's
You're
it.
released. Good luck. Mr. Burkett, Ms. Burkett, sorry, Barry Burkett. Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Perry Danielle Burkett, 6/18/1993.
Thank you. You're here on a new case. You got booked in for misdemeanor assault, class 1 misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct, which is also a class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. I'm not sure I'm appointing a lawyer for you. Let me look at your financial problem. What's that? Yeah, I know. All right. I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. It's difficult to envision how anybody who lives in a just about $500,000 house needs taxpayer dollars for a lawyer. I'm going to appoint the public defender for you. Your arraignment hearing is June 23rd at 9 in the morning in the Santan Justice Court. That's down in Chandler. The address is on your paperwork. Yours is a case, let me look. You got an alcohol history too, just like the other defendant. Right, you got the one case with the child in the car. Looks like they let you plead that to a misdemeanor. That's not common. Most people take endangerment, a class 6 felony, and DUI, class 1 misdemeanor. You already got a benefit. Anyway, so alcohol drives domestic violence. Alcohol is a common thing. They're not accusing you of being drunk. The defendant removed alcohol from the backpack to pour it out. I'm planning to release you. I have to tell you, though, I sign DCS orders all the time. This is how you get DCS interested in whether you're a fit parent, because it is not possible to be an alcoholic and a fit parent. It's
May
not.
I say something, Your Honor?
No, not yet, because I'm releasing you and I don't want you to incriminate yourself. I'm just saying, I'm reading this. I don't like it. I'm considering, I was thinking of letting you continue to have contact with the alleged victim as long as it's not uninvited contact because of the child, so that you guys aren't put in a bind for childcare, which is more about your child than it is about you. But I don't want you to incriminate yourself. I'm just, and right now, you're not accused of an alcohol offense. I'm absolutely ordering you not to drink while the case is pending, 100%. Any DV defendant gets ordered not to drink.
I'm
and to not
sober.
have weapons. I sure hope so.
I've been sober for almost a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm currently in a 12-step recovery program. My husband still drinks.
Right. This is how DCS gets involved. So I'm going to release you. I'm going to let you have contact with the alleged victim as long as it is invited contact. So if he says, I don't want you around, I don't want to talk to you, you must immediately find another place to stay, bring proof to your next court date. If the police get called and you're there, you will be arrested for violating the court order. Everybody down here is going to give you a bond. People who don't follow release conditions in DV cases get bond. You're not accused of substantially injuring anyone, and you don't have such a history that as the other woman who did not get this order. So, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Obey any order of protection that might be served on you. If one isn't served on you, then that doesn't apply. He can revoke the consent at any time. He will be getting a copy of this order. So if everything's fine for 2 weeks and then there's a blow up, no, I'm not giving you that order, ma'am. So that if there's a blow up and the cops get called, you are going to end up arrested again. Nobody's going to give you a second chance. So if you want to continue to parent your child while the case is pending, don't discuss the case with the alleged victim. Don't ask him to drop the charges. That's felony witness tampering. Don't commit a felony to try to dodge liability on a misdemeanor. That's bad manners. Just go to court, let the system play out the way that it does. If the police get called and you're in violation of release conditions, you're coming straight back here. And the best thing that'll happen is you end up with a bond on a new misdemeanor. The worst thing that would happen is you could be booked on felony aggravated harassment. So will you comply with these orders and come to court?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then you are released. Everything's going to be on your paperwork. So you can call him for a ride, but if he says, I don't want to talk to you, you just got uninvited. So step to your left, take your paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chavira? And then Vernon Benali? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Their house calls. Okay, so hey, officer.
Yeah.
Are Vernon Benali and Frank Chavira, are they physically present in court because they've been isolated by the sheriff's office as a potential risk of danger to themselves or others?
They are, uncooperative. They don't follow directives. So they've been isolated.
All right. So I did get an affirmative answer from the sheriff's office. I will go conduct those initial appearances in person, in-house, immediately following this recording. I'll advise Frank Chavira, born 5/18/80. He's here on a new case. He got booked in for 3 things. The court found probable cause for 2 of them. Those are obstruction of justice by the refusal to provide a true name, class 2 misdemeanor, criminal trespass, class 3 misdemeanor. I did not, for purposes of this hearing, only find probable cause for drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for Mr. Chavira. I'll let him know that he has 2 upcoming court dates. Status conference, June 18th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court with a preliminary hearing, June 22nd, 8:30. I'm currently planning to release Mr. Chavira on his own recognizance, provided that he indicates he is going to comply with the release conditions and come to court. Mr. Vernon Benali, born 7/30/89, here on a new case. He got booked in for dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia possession, class 6 felony, passively resisting arrest, a class 1 misdemeanor, and second-degree criminal trespass, a class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for him. And I'm currently planning to release Mr. Benali to pretrial services. So his status conference will be June 18th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with the preliminary hearing June 22nd at 8:30, same court. And if it does not appear that he will comply with release conditions, you come to court, and I do decide to place bond on him. It's my current inclination to set bail in the amount of $500 with written release conditions. His conditions will be under all circumstances: no going to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with the alleged victim. He can do a civil standby to collect belongings, no weapons, no drugs. And that'll make his court dates. If I do put that 500 on him, his court dates will change to June 10th and June 12th. I do not intend to update this recording. If anything changes, my final order will reflect the court's ultimate decision. And with that, we're going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.